Right. It's Black Friday today. Now, some reports say the Thanksgiving shopping is already around $1.2 billion added to the Black Friday shopping spree. So what's the buzz around Amazon workers in Italy and Germany striking at this time? By the way, what are you buying this Black Friday?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that in just a second. But, you know, Black Friday, I mean, this is the hype that we are seeing that is coming, you know, from the United States. But German retailers are actually predicting that also today, because of Black Friday, retailers will make an additional amount of 1.1 billion euros in revenue. And that's actually quite a lot of money. But still, Black Friday is, you cannot really compare this here in Germany and Europe with, for example, the United States, where you have people already camping in front of the stores in order to get the best sales. I was just outside a little bit earlier in front of a department store. We are not seeing those lines here. Black Friday is mostly actually done online. It's more an e-commerce thing. But what is actually important that investors and experts are telling me that the consumer behavior has really changed here in Germany and Europe because of Black Friday. Usually all the big Christmas shopping was done in the first 2 weeks of December. Now with this Black Friday hype, it has kind of shifted already to the end of November. But, you know, again, of course, 1.7 billion euros made by Black Friday. When you, you know, put this into content, it is estimated that retailers here in Germany by the end of the year will have made a total of 500 billion euros. This is still a relatively small amount. You mentioned Amazon. Amazon, of course, the huge online department store, pretty much, by the way, all this week with sales. They're going through a strike right now. Worker unions here in Germany, mostly the worker union Verdi, have criticized for a long time already the working conditions and also the low payment for Amazon employees. And today and also tomorrow, one of the biggest logistic centers of Amazon in Leipzig is on strike. So it could be the case if you ordered something for Black Friday on Amazon that your parcel actually will reach you a little bit later. Also very interesting, you really have to compare the prices. I mean, I was just checking online because I'm actually moving very soon, so I need some new stuff. So I thought, yeah, Black Friday may be a good idea to buy a new TV to watch you on channels television from home. And there was this offer of 90% discount. So I was like, well, that looks pretty good, 90% discount. But then when you really go to those websites, where you can compare those prices, the reality is sometimes a little bit different. So also consumer organizations here in Germany are telling, be careful, those deals might look pretty good, but at the end they are not as good as they look like. So yeah, what I'm going to look for, since I'm moving, I need some, you know, some new furniture. So maybe later, once I'm leaving the stock exchange, getting ready for the weekend, I might go by a store or look a little bit online. But I'm not really the biggest shopping victim, Jimmy.
I wish you luck in your shopping, Daniel. I wish you luck. Well, I'm sure I'm going to be with you on this show next week. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Move on now to the U.S., where market remains closed today for Black Friday holiday. Now, Black Friday kicks off the most important season for U.S. retailers as the market generates a lot of revenue for the U.S. economy. Meanwhile, Thursday was Thanksgiving holiday in the U.S. And with more on what Americans are expected to spend during these holidays is VOA Channel's TV business correspondent Jill Maladrino reporting from the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, New York City.
U.S. retailers will generate nearly 30% of their annual revenue in the next 6 weeks of the year, starting off with the key Thanksgiving weekend. 69% of Americans, an estimated 164 million people, are planning to shop or considering shopping during Thanksgiving weekend, according to the annual survey by the National Retail Federation and Proper Insights and Analytics. For the first time in survey history, the numbers include Cyber Monday, in addition to Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Sunday. So what does this translate to in terms of dollars? The NFR expects holiday retail sales in November and December, excluding autos, gasoline, and restaurants, to increase between 3.6 and 4% for a total of nearly $680 billion to $682 billion. Now that's up from $655 billion last year. NFR President and CEO Matthew Shea said, although this year hasn't been perfect, especially with the devastating hurricanes, we believe that a longer shopping season and strong consumer confidence will deliver retailers a strong holiday season. Now, it's important to note that Christmas falls 32 days after Thanksgiving this year. That's one more day than last year and is on a Monday instead of a Sunday, giving consumers an extra weekend to complete their holiday shopping. A strong holiday season is a positive sign overall for the economy, as personal consumption represents nearly 70% of GDP. But what does this mean for retail stocks? The retail sector is an interesting one because it's strictly defined by the haves and have-nots. Amazon.com and other stocks with online exposure, as well as the discounters like TJ Maxx and Ross Stores, they've been outperforming relative to traditional brick-and-mortar retailers like department stores. So analysts will be watching to see if this theme continues to play out for the remainder of 2017, and the few that I have spoken to believe retailers with a strong online and omni-channel presence will be the one on Santa's nice list, while brick and mortar will be receiving coal. From the NASDAQ market site in New York, I'm Jill Malandrino, and this is VOA Channel's Business News.
We'll be back in a moment.